my favorite story from over 40 years in the business. It's a sunny, beautiful day. A little boy walks up to the pool manager with something very precious in his hand. And he's very excited because he thinks he found this incredible marble. So a quick-thinking manager looks in his hand and says, "Congratulations, you have won a prize." And he goes into the lost and found and he gets a pair of goggles and gives the kid the goggles, takes the prize, and hangs on to it. A few minutes later, a gentleman comes to the manager's office and says, "I think I lost something." Open up the hand, and it's a glass eye. The rest of the summer, every time I saw that manager, I said, "Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for you."
This summer, I had to fire a team member who wouldn't show up to their shifts on time, or half the time wouldn't show up at all, and didn't do tasks when instructed to. So I pulled the team member aside, and I told him we no longer had a position for him. He argued with me, and he was begging for his job, and he said, "Please, please, I can improve." And I said, "Well, you can improve somewhere else."
One summer when I was a Waterpark director for the very first time, I was over budget by $60,000 in labor, and the corporate team had to fly in and assess what was happening. My boss flew in, and I thought I was gonna get fired. Luckily, I did not. They were happy with the results of the operation. But yeah, being over budget by $60,000 is pretty tough.
We were working at a park, we had corporate coming, and we were indoor water park at the time, so we had to power wash the entire floor. While we still had people there, I was asked to bring power washer up 3 flights of stairs. Not a big deal, there's a bunch of people there. We power washed until about like 2, 3 in the morning, and at this point there's only myself, the director, the assistant director, and then like a park service guy there. And I go to let the director know, like, "Hey, I'm done, just finally finished, would love to bring this down." He says, "Okay, cool, go ahead and figure it out." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're gonna have to help me." So I stopped what they were doing. We had them help me bring it down, and we get about 3 steps down, and the director stops, puts it down, and he puts it on. I said, who asked you to bring this up here? And I had to look at him and said, "Sir, that was you." That was you.
One summer, I had an employee who would come in every day, talk to people, and refuse to work. And so I asked him to sweep. And he was like, "No, actually, I don't know how to sweep." And he was giving me all this attitude. And I was like, "No, like, you know how to sweep. Like, you're going to learn to sweep." And he was like, "No, like, I really can't. Like, I don't sweep at home. Like, I don't know how." So I told him, "Great, you're going to sweep every day until you learn how to sweep." And he did. He swept every day for like a month.
For our 2045 season at Island Waterpark, for the world's largest swim lesson. It was the first year that we had ever done it as operators, and we were severely understaffed lifeguard-wise, check-in-wise. We had about 500 people show up.
I walked in at like 10 a.m. and there was a full bar. It felt like the 4th of July.
We were struggling a little bit.
I didn't think it would be such a big show out, but we got through it. Now we know. Next time I'm gonna be ready.
My confession today is I come to the convention, and my problem is I only get free stuff. I don't care about anything else. I just want free stuff.
My favorite story is actually meeting my wife at a water park that I worked at. She started off as a lifeguard.
I gave him mouth to mouth.
No, she did not. She did not. She started working in marketing, and then after that we became really good friends. By the 3rd year that I was there, we started to date.
And we've been married for 10 years now. I married my boss.
Yeah, that's the team.
That's some team.